Hello, everyone. This is your guy, Sam Hutchins from the Interact with Reggie and Sam podcast. I am broadcasting live here from the Oconee Civic Center. And here we are, they're having what they call a Democratic voting fair. There's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of politicians, a lot of people that are running for office. And I'll be doing interviews from here off and on. But this is, like I said, this is a Democratic voting fair. I was asked you to come here by Miss Shelby Alexander. Thank her, shout out to her, and thank her for the invitation for allowing the Interact with Reggie and Sam podcast to come on. Again, I am Sam Hutchins. This is the guy from the Interact with Reggie and Sam podcast, broadcasting live from the Oconee Civic Center. And the theme here today is voting fair. As you know, early voting starts next week, the 27th. So you get, I think, from the 27th, I want to say all the way up until the 6th. I'll check on that later, make sure that that's right. But again, thank you guys for showing, if you're tuning in, saying hello to my YouTube channel, as well as my Facebook post, and my TikTok audience, who I sometimes seem to forget. But hello, TikTok audience. You guys at the beginning instead of the end this time. But it's a pretty good crowd here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and like I said, we've got some of the people in the Clark County area that you may, some of the people that I had the privilege of meeting Mr. John Clark a few minutes ago, and maybe he'll give me the privilege of interviewing him later on. There's Miss Hattie Lawson is here, Mr. John Barrow, and I will say Melita Easter, I think that's her name. And maybe we can get some of the candidates that are here running for mayor. I don't know who your preference for mayor is right now. I'm still trying to do my due diligence, but early voting is Monday, so I got to get it done by this weekend because I am definitely going to be taking advantage of that early voting. Yeah, it's a pretty good crowd that's coming here. Hey, you come on up if you want to. Come on up to the. Hey, Did you want to have a seat and tell me why you're here? It's just a few minutes. It's easy. Yeah, trying to get some people to come on here. They're a little bit camera shy, and trust me, we're gonna take care of everybody. Again, this is you guys, Sam Hutchins from the Interact with Reggie podcast, the podcast of the people. We're here doing a public service. So if you guys want to come in, I'll check the live chat here in a little bit to see what's going on. Let me see, Mike T. What about the first Americans were live chat says, what about Interact with Reggie and Sam live? I'm trying to get him Mr. Walter Allen is here, and he's being part of this. He's part of the media. He can write better than I am. I know I'm gonna ask him if he want to come on camera and speak a little bit, but I don't know if he will or not. Mr. Allen, would you come in and say a few words to the people, to my audience? Got him. I got him right here. Mr. Allen, how you doing?
Doing fine.
Have a seat. What do you think about this event?
I think it's great for the Democrats. I think the Democrats are, because of the wickedness of the Republican Party, we have less money.
but that wasn't what it was supposed to be, though, was it?
No, it wasn't supposed to be that way. Got some great hosts. I see John Barrows here, Hattie Lawson, Attorney Clark, and the moderators. So yes,
Attorney Clark was a legend.
Yes,
in this not just this area, in this field. So, when I asked you when you the mayor's race was something that in Athens. Yeah, the one in Athens. I'm new to Athens residency. Yeah. I've been here less than 3 years, and I really don't know the landscape of it. And I don't, but I do know that from what I gather, two of the top that I'm seeing is Lakeisha Gant and Dexter Fisher. One represents, and just me looking in, I don't know anything about the politics or how the structure works right here, but it looks like one represents the old guard, one represents the new guard. Am I missing something? Am I missing something?
Are you asking me for my opinion?
I'm asking you for your opinion about what I just said.
My opinion is this: all of them have their faults. And all of them have some good points. I think they put Lakeisha. She was a latecomer, even though Lakeisha is from Athens. Um, I think they put her in there to take votes away from Dexter,
Really?
and give it to Tim. That's what I personally think. You know, just me knowing the politics of how things work in Athens. You got a group of people that kind of run Athens, and Athens Land Trust is part of it. They've got everybody on their side. I see how they did with West Broad Street School. And I would never let the community forget about what happened to West Broad Street School. Wow, we lost the early learning center there because of Athens Land Trust. And that same politics is going on now. Lakeisha Gant came up under that system. She became school board president within a year. And now they're moving her on up. You know, they want to keep their force and power. So wow, they've been known to do that. They've been known to put people out there. Yeah, it's just Keisha's Gant, local. Yeah, you know, but they you know, it's just, you know, like the family. In fact, she stayed right across the street from her father. But I know the politics of Athens a little bit because of what happened to this community and losing a great superintendent, Dr. Means, for political reason, and she was part of that situation, you know. So that's my idea of it, is that they get people to run so their person can win, the ones they really want to win.
So it's really about maintaining power. Is that what you're telling me?
I agree with that.
But in a system like that, though, Walter, what about the people?
Well, the people. Somebody has to speak up for the people. You know, somebody has to speak up for the people and know what, you know, because people, man, we work all the time.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have time. You know, our voting numbers are not great, and possibly because we don't know. So if you don't have somebody out there just sitting out there knowing what's going on, explaining to people what really is going on, you know, I'm not afraid to speak up. I'm not afraid to speak up because you asked me my opinion.
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to sit up there and say, oh, no, man, I don't know what's going on.
Well, see, that was one of the reasons why I asked you. And that's one thing about the Interact with Reggie Sam podcast. When I tell people to be themselves,
right?
You know, I don't want to sugarcoat anything. And the truth is what the people need.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm new residents here. I've been here less than 3 years, and I really don't understand the political landscape. I know a few people personally. I know John Sheets. I know Ovita Thornton. And that's about it. I met William Golden, who I'm probably going to be interviewing him later because I asked him to come, and he said he would. I've interviewed him before, and I just want to see where he was with his campaign and you know how does he feel about his chances for winning. So I really don't know the landscape. That's why you're educating me right now. And that's one thing.
I'm just saying, that's my opinion now.
Yeah, well, again, but it's not rooted in feelings, all right. It's really rooted in your experience.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that makes it different. Yeah, because anybody tell you feelings ain't facts, but yours is rooted in experience. So that's different. And that part I understand.
If anybody else would ask me, that's what I give them. I tell them. You know, if anybody would ask me what my opinion of the mayor's race is. Yeah. And we have some good candidates. All the candidates, I'm sure, are qualified for the position. But, you know, it's still about control and power, man. And I still going to go back to the West Broad episode, because if we forget about what happened to this community educational-wise, we're bound to go back there. And what happened was this gentleman, Dr. Means, had this community going on a swing. We had some failing schools that were doing better. And this was during only a 2-year period of time that it was here. And I saw this nonprofit organization, Land Trust, and people who are all affiliated with it, tear it down, strip the community of a federally funded early learning center in the surrounded in walking distance of 3 of our public houses, Rock Springs, Broadacres, and Parkview. Walking distance for 3 public houses. I saw them tear him down and tear the whole thing down. And some of the people that are now in control are trying to keep control were part of it.
Wow.
Including the housing authority.
So it was a partnership that got to the demise.
Yes, without question.
But again, you
and the neighborhood
people. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The people. That's what I'm saying about the people. And and clearly that couldn't have factored in the reason why they did what they did, because this shows a lack of care for the people when you take something that was so, as you said, thriving.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And because we're not educated, that's one of the reasons about why we make crazy decisions. And, you know, because the first thing out of our mouth is we didn't know.
Well, we got to vote still. Whether you take my opinion or not, you still got to vote. You know, no matter what I say, I am more involved than I think the average person. But we have to be more involved. You know, we have to.
Well, and that was one of the things.
You gave me a stat the other day that said that 30,000 eligible black males that could have voted didn't.
Wow.
In that district that he represents.
And that
was 30,000 that were registered to vote.
And didn't.
That did.
And his margin of loss was probably in that 30,000.
Absolutely.
See, that's a great, like in the politics in Wanda, because that's the area that I'm from. The mayor's race
in Wanda,
okay. A couple of years back, and shout out to Tammy Keenan. I got on the Tammy Keenan for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know that only 1,500 people voted in the mayor's race.
1,500,
not 15,000. 1,500. He won. He got 840. He got like a little over 8, not quite 850. And the lady behind him got like 400 and something. And then somebody else got like,
this wine barrel count.
Right.
This wine. Because it's still.
Let me thank you for that correction. Yeah, wine. But that's sad.
Oh yeah, it is still.
That's sad. And then, but the thing of it is, the noise that I heard after he won is what prompted me to tell her, that's on you. That's on y'all. That is on y'all.
Yeah.
You know, but again, I think that when I posted this, made it an event on my social media platform, and I told them that there's a lot of misinformation out there. Come to the fair and get you some information. Come, a lot of stuff that you don't understand, come to this fair and get it understood. And I don't even care if you're a Republican, come here.
Oh yeah.
If you're a Republican, like I said, they see Democrats like, well, that's only for the Democrats. No, truth is for everybody.
I agree. You know, well, I think it's a role. You know,
yeah.
President has done what he said he's gonna do, lie, and it's affecting the Republican Party a lot.
Well, a lot of them are waking up now, seeing that. Wait a minute, this is not what I voted
about. You don't even care about pro-white folks.
But
you know, he don't care. I'm talking about only thing he want to do is nothing.
Well, like I said, a poor person can't do anything for him anymore because he's not gonna be president next year. I don't got y'all. But
the people that his root base, working class, Caucasian white people, he don't care about them.
My guy William over there.
He don't care about them, man.
But look how long it took him to realize that.
I care about it. You know, but he don't care about it.
But look how long it took him to realize that, though. You see what I'm saying? It took him a year. And like I said, when I have a discussion with my Republican friends, and I still call them friends, and I tell them, look, I want him to succeed. I want gas to be $1.98. But it ain't. Stop telling me it is and it's not.
Yeah.
I want groceries to be cheaper. But they're not. Stop telling me it is when they're not.
That man don't care nothing but himself, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
But it's
look how he got his son. His son over the robotic situation, the robotic airplanes and things in the military. They finna up the spending in the military. His son is involved in the robotics. I'm talking about he is a partner.
all that money going here. That guy is crooked.
But and the thing of it is, you ask them about that, and they call him, because they call Joe Biden the Biden crime family. And then you ask Speaker Mike Johnson. It was funny to me. I just fell out and started laughing. These people is crazy. Yeah. They asked Mike Johnson, well, what's the difference? And he said the difference is Donald Trump is telling us what he's doing. Biden had it hid. They're doing the same thing, and because you couldn't see one, and now you see the other one. Now that's a different right. What is this, bro?
I gotta go to a couple programs.
I thank you. I understand. I most certainly will. We gotta sit down for a couple hours when we got time. And I'm trying to get in your magazine too. Okay. I ain't got in there yet, but
well, you ain't been an asshole. You not.
But listen, I tell you, I'm prepared. But this is what the deal is, and I've been asking you. So now I'm asking him in front of all these people. Me and my son who's passed away since then. But we had a black tie gala. And you had a picture of me and him in your magazine, and I never got that copy. And I've been emailing you and calling you for that copy. 2018. 2018. It's in there. 2018.
2018.
March.
Okay, I'll find it.
You got it. All right, you got it. And if you're not, I'm gonna come back out here and talk about it in 44 years.
All right, I'll find it.
All right,
I always do volume and issues, so the volume represent the year. So in the year 2018, I can go back and find it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Hope I didn't tell the truth too much.
Well, I'm sorry. Like we always say, the truth ain't personal. But he's number one with a bullet. That's why I gave him that sound. Mr. Golden, are you ready? I'll come on in. My next guest is coming on. This is one I've talked to him a couple of times. We've attended some events again. Thank you so much for being here. This is Mr. William Garland. William, I'm gonna let you tell these people what you're doing and why you're here.
Hi, my name is William Garland. I'm running for Georgia State Senate District 46, which covers Clark County, Walton County, Barrow County, Oconee, and Gwinnett.
And see, that's a broad spectrum.
It is.
And the last time when you and I first met and we did the interview, you were kind of like at the beginning stages of it, and I was looking forward to you, me, you, Mr. Alexander, getting together doing like a round table, and that's still a possibility. But what I'm going to ask you is, from that point to now, where do you feel your campaign is, and how do you feel it's going?
I feel like we're very well off and running. I think we've been successful so far. We're still knocking on doors. And if I haven't knocked on yours, I'm coming.
Now, your race, the voting is early voting. Yes, that includes it starts on the 27th for you too, for you as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in your campaign, from like I said, the first time that we talked till now, has any of the issues changed that you saw the importance of the issues changed? That you saw that was needed for the district that you will be representing?
Not yet. I'm still listening to the people because every voice, since I started my campaign, every voice matters. And it's very important to me that I hear from each one. So if you can't, you can call me, text me, email me, and I'll be glad to hear what issues are concerning to you.
And I'll go back and when I re-edit this, give me your information, then I put it all in there because I'm just like a one-man band here. I don't have a graphic person that can put it up while we're talking. I'm getting that. I'll get that one day. I just asked Mr. Allen, and he was very candid about his opinion about the politics and the landscape of Clark County and Athens, Georgia. In particular, I asked him about the mayor's race. And I'm new to Clark County, so I really don't understand the inner workings of how this works. The powers that be, the political PACs and all this stuff that goes on. I know a couple of people, as I was telling him, you were one of the people that I mentioned that William Golden and Miss Obita Thornton. I've known Miss Obita for a long time. And of course, you've become a very good friend of mine. And one thing I do know is that to serve the people, and this is just my opinion, this is not a fact, to serve the people, our representatives, our leaders need to have integrity. They need to have a serious care about people, and they need to be willing to sacrifice for the people and just be there for them. And I can honestly say, in meeting you and in interacting with you. Shout out to Lamar Hanley that would have been at the Hanley Foundation. That was a great event that we attended. And seeing
we
you.
got another one coming up in June.
Okay, keep me posted on that. I definitely want to attend that one. But you are such a person, and because a lot of people they will go for the flash.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Some of the who's making the most noise, and you know that old adage, you know, the squeaky wheel that gets the wreaths, or the loud noise gets the votes. But I think that it's time for a change to people with those kind of characters for that to matter. Because we've gotten to a point now where people they choose superficial over the truth. You see what I'm saying? As long as it's dynamic, as long as it's hey, look at me. They don't even care about it being true. They just want to be first. Hey, look at me, because they bring the spotlight to it. Do you see something like that happening, or is that just something that's with you? It's stopped with you because Miss Obedience is such a person.
No, I still see that happen to this day. I'm working to try to change those attitudes, because I also feel like there's a spirit of being mean to people that it's coming from the top all the way down. Yeah. And I don't understand why we got to be so mean to people when we were supposed to be the best country in the world. And I don't feel like we're there.
And I'm gonna tell you something. And I think I might have shared it when we first met. On another podcast, because it's one of my favorite sayings. By the late tennis player Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe used to wear a T-shirt that said "Citizen of the World," and what he meant by that was God created all of us.
Yes.
So why we try to separate? You see what I'm saying? And here's a crazy thing, William, that I don't think people understand. I talked to my wife. Shout out to my lovely wife, Donna Coker, when I was having a conversation, and I said, it's weird, but I get this thing that people think Americans are the only ones going to heaven.
They do.
but it says in the Bible, what you do to the least of them, you also do to me.
Yes.
And politics, that shouldn't be lost on that.
No, it shouldn't be.
And I got my opinions on everything, a lot of stuff. And then again, opinions aren't facts, neither are feelings, because they can change one way or the other. But the thing that I'm trying to navigate this lane, because I don't know who to vote for when it comes to the mayor of Athens. I don't know enough about any other politician, but I did. But Mr. Allen gave me a serious history lesson on what was going on in the powers that be. So I'm fence about that, because like I said, the top two that I've been paying attention to has been Dexter Fisher and Lakeisha Gann, because those are the ones I hear the most noise about.
Yes.
And of course, I've heard about the others, because I didn't realize there were that many candidates running.
Yes, it's 5.
It's 5. That's what I'm saying. It's 5 candidates. I only knew about 2, but there's 5 candidates running, and I just wanted to know what separated them. And
I feel
sounds like nothing.
No, there is a separation between him and
because of the what I got from the outside looking in. Again, I don't know anybody. I ain't talking about it. I'm just less than a 3-year resident here, and I've been talking. And it seems like what's being portrayed, or I may just maybe be disturbing. She represents a new guard, the new guard. He represents the old guard. But what I understand is she's new, but she represents the old guard. That's what I'm like. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was what I got from what because he was telling me about some stuff that happened, and if it happened the way he said it did, then I don't think he'd have any reason to lie, because it would be public record. It's a shame of what happened, and if she was part of that, or Mr. Fisher was part of that, and and that's something we can talk about later. But your campaign, tell me the hardest thing you faced while running for your office, while running for
I still been finding there's people out there that are very racist out there. I've had white people tell me not to knock on their door. So
well, I would have asked him why.
I didn't know. And he pulled up and told me don't knock on his door. I just kept walking.
Well, you don't want to be confrontational. I understand.
Yes.
I definitely understand that. Wow. Racism.
Because he had a car and I didn't have nothing but me.
There you go. And there you go. But listen, and that's the thing, this racism thing, and people want to relax on it.
Yeah.
We can't, William.
No, you can't.
We can't, because it's still here.
Yes.
and it's gotten here now, and it's gotten down. Racism has an attitude.
Oh,
Like it's a badge of honor. Like people the racists stick their chest out.
Yeah, and the problem
that's what I mean by that. I don't know if
they're not hiding it no more. It comes straight out. And
a lot of people say that our current president, ingratiated that that atmosphere or that attitude that it's okay to be racist.
Yeah,
but it's still a choice.
Yes, it is.
No matter what environment is created, you still got to make a choice to be racist or not to be racist.
It's true, because there's so many others that are not.
Exactly. So, early voting. Are you? What about mail-in votes? You like mail-in votes? Are you against that too? Because
no, I'm all for it because I have a mother who travels a lot, and sometimes she is not here in the state of Georgia to vote, so she has to mail her vote back. I'm all about mail-in votes.
And that was another thing that was kind of weird to me in a kind of way. Our president said something about mail-in votes. You know how he voted? He mailed in.
Yeah, which was.
You cannot make this stuff up.
Yeah,
you cannot make this stuff
and
up.
And his candidate lost, and he still mailed in a vote.
Well, again, as I was talking with Mr. Allen, again, shout out to Walter Allen. I think people are starting to realize that they've been duped.
Yeah,
for lack of a better word, they've been duped. And I think what's going to happen in these midterms, both those houses are going to flip. I was confident that one would, but it became such a snowball effect about people who were with him and then said, "Whoa, wait a minute." You see what they had a whoa, wait a minute moment. Everybody likes to fight the FAFO. They had a whoa, wait a minute. This is even too much for me now.
Yeah.
This is even too much for me now. And that was the thing that I was trying to get people to understand. That's why I think now I would be very surprised if both houses didn't flip. I'm still confident that the one will, but I'm confident that both of them will flip.
I'm thinking that.
But even when they do that, even when both houses flip, I don't think the agenda needs to be impeach him, get him out of there. I think it needs to be, let's serve the people. This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Not wasting time on impeachment. Stop wasting time on getting back at him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because the next in line is JT or JD.
Oh, JD Vance, yeah. And I can't see him getting reelected.
No,
not on this because. And I look at stuff, and I look at because everybody's talking about when he came down the elevator 2015. He announced his candidacy. And you listen to all those people who called him a clown, couldn't be trusted. He's selfish. He's a racist. He's a bigot. All of these. Now those are his biggest supporters.
Yeah. It's crazy how they flip like that.
And I'm like, y'all didn't see that? You didn't see that? I just want to know what happened. Is he's got some kind of magic dust that he's sprinkling on him and saying him?
I have no idea.
Or like they said back in the day, the Jedi mind trick. I mean, because now they're his staunchest supporters.
Yeah.
And that when I have a conversation again with my Republican friends, and I do still call them my friends. They spent 2 years telling us that this guy was a clown, and we went in. I said, then when he won, now all of a sudden he's the greatest thing that ever happened. He's the best president we ever had. I said, what happened?
I don't know.
But it makes me think that what happened was that people are just more important about their position than serving the people.
They are.
Their positions of power. They're not really concerned about serving the people.
They're not concerned about serving the people.
Yeah. Just once, I would like to see a politician come in and say, without bashing another politician. You see what I'm saying? About bashing the politician that's there, saying, hey, look, what he tried, what she tried, what they tried didn't work.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. But every time you turn around, when something doesn't work the way they said it was going to work, they're blaming another politician. Obama hadn't been president in 20 years.
I know.
But everything is still his fault.
Still his fault.
And I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
That's still his fault.
He's not even in office yet.
All right, let's get back to the matter at hand, The Democratic voting family. What is that? What does that entail, and what does that mean for you?
Well, there's a bunch of the candidates from this area that are running for state offices or local offices that are here for people can meet and greet them all in one location.
Yeah, and when I posted this on my social media pages, TikTok, talk to y'all again, so y'all can say I always forget about my TikTok audience. But anyway, I said that it was a chance to come here and get some information.
Yes.
If you don't understand something, if you have no idea, I got. That's why I'm told. That's why I'm doing that. And I said, if you don't have answers, don't guess. If you don't know, if you want to be informed, come here. Get informed. Misinformed, and find out if you've been misinformed.
Plus,
here.
This is a good time to actually ask questions of the candidates because we're all here, all willing to talk to you one-on-one.
Which of the candidate races interest you the most, besides you?
The CD10, the CD10 race on the Democratic side between LaDeutsch and Lindsey Doherty.
Explain what the CD10 is.
It's the Congress seat for the U.S. Congress seat for House of Representatives seat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which it covers 20 counties. Yes.
20 counties.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot of counties.
That's a lot. So who do you think is going to win that?
Ooh, I don't know.
Is it that close?
Yeah, I feel like it's that close.
Wow. Okay. That close.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both here, right?
Yes, they're both here.
Yeah. And what you say the lady's name was?
Pamela LaDeutsch.
LaDeutsch.
And Lindsey Doherty.
And they're both Democrats.
Yeah, they're both Democrats.
Lifelong Athenians, that they say?
No.
Clark County? Oh, they didn't? The implant? where are they from? Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me what you know about it. I don't know.
Athens, Clark County. And LaDeutsch lives, I believe, in Henry County.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder why they want to be. Why do they want? Why is that position so important to them?
I don't know. That's a good question, but I know it is an open seat because of Mike Collins running for U.S. Senate.
Yeah. So
we need some very good women in that seat for once, and I'm hoping one of them will do that.
That would be great because I got a nonprofit called the Hope for Xavier Foundation, yes. And there's something that I'm trying to get. It's something's called Xavier's Law, and I need to get a baby to sit down with one of those representatives because we want to try to do it with Mike Collins and talk about what to do to get that into full effect. But then when we found out that he was no longer going to be representative, that he was running. So now we don't know who that's going to be. So I guess I need to get in touch with some of them people. Yeah. Good to know people like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're a family man, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The future for your children or your grandchildren, how do you feel about that now?
Right now, I feel like it's in jeopardy with our current administration. I'm hoping by this election, we'll be able to change some things by getting some people elected that will help change and focus some new focuses on the people and not things or making money. I feel like, or how we can cheat the government and make more money.
And that's the thing, because I think the number one priority of government is supposed to be serving the people.
The people, yeah.
But if the people are second, we got to get the money. Then we serve the people.
Right now with this administration.
You wouldn't call them second? That is sad. If that is the case, that is sad. If that's the case, that is really sad.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind. I'm just having lots of words because I'm talking about I care about people, and of course I care about our kids' future because I like working with young people. When I say young people, I mean younger than me, like 30, 35 and down, because I talk to kids as young as 12, and I talk to kids, young men as old as 35, who still needing direction. Yeah. And I try to do that through my life coaching, which is, and if anybody out there needs a life coach, I'm your guy. Okay. But anyway, where has the most help for your campaign come from?
Volunteers.
Volunteers?
Mm-hmm.
When you say volunteer, what do the volunteers do?
They're knocking on doors, making phone calls, or sending out text messages. A lot of things. Just getting the word out to people.
Okay.
They're sharing it on their Facebooks, their Instagrams, their TikToks, all of it.
Wow. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. And so I said a few minutes ago about in my opinion, I think both houses are going to flip. What's your opinion on that?
I believe they are. They are going to flip. Even for the state of Georgia, they're going to flip.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a change.
And what makes you think that?
I don't know if we're going to get all 3 branches, but I feel like we'll get 2 out of the 3 here in the state of Georgia.
What about so you get 2 out of 3? Which you don't think we'll get the governor?
If we get the governor, we'll get 1 house. But which one, I don't know.
Okay.
I really believe we're going to flip one of the houses.
You think? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what would that mean for us as people, Democrats, people, if that house did flip? What would that mean for us?
It'd be a lot less government. Prices will come down, hopefully. We have more programs to benefit people. We'll expand Medicaid for once. So the whole state of Georgia could end up with Medicaid instead of just a few. It could be a big change.
Is that one of the platforms that I think is who's running for governor? Lakeisha?
Lakeisha, you got Lakeisha Bottoms.
Yeah.
You got Michael Thurman, Jason Estevez, something Jackson. I'm sorry, I don't remember the first name, but I don't remember everybody.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be. One of the things in Rafflesburg,
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of respect for that man because he stood up to Donald Trump and would not do what Donald Trump wanted him to do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he won a lot of respect for me. He got a lot of respect for me for standing up to that. Because, sir, it's wrong. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That took a lot of integrity.
It did.
Because so many people have sold their integrity for him.
Yes, it did.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he won't get mad at them. They blow smoke up his keister, and there's people like this. They fill his head up, and you see stuff. People agreeing with some of the most nonsense stuff, and then you tell them that makes no sense. Well, that's not what he meant. Let me show you what exactly what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What? But man, this has been a great, and me and you and Shelby got to get to and do that round table discussion because we get some people to
I've been meaning to tell you to shoot me some dates, and I'll get with her and see if we can pick one of them days to come.
Yeah. Let me get with her, and we can make that happen soon.
Yeah.
And have that Q&A with me and her talking.
Yeah,
we get everybody with the live chat. Because it's like you said, people need to ask questions.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know the question to ask.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? They don't know the question to ask. So that if you don't know the right question, there ain't no way you're going to get the right answer.
That's true.
Simple enough. Sir, always, my friend, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And look forward to talking
with you. And I want you to know about our event coming up June 20th for the DL Hanley Foundation.
Please let me know that. Shout out to the DL Hanley Foundation, Lamar Hanley.
Also, you can jump on any of my social media. It's find it because I am a board member of the DL Hanley Foundation.
All right. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and we are here live from the Civic Center, Oconee Civic Center, at the Democratic Voting Fair, and we're interviewing people here, and I'm meeting people here, which is my next guest, a doctor, that Anton Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Anton Anthony. That's an interesting name.
Couldn't do anything about it.
You couldn't do that. I know you had to ask me. Why did you name me Anton Anthony?
My dad did. I don't know. He read a book and he saw Anton in the book. And I said, okay.
Anton, let me tell you, I took my kids to see a movie called Ratatouille, and there was a character in there named Anton Ego. Yeah, that's not you.
You probably got that name from the.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Nah, you couldn't be. Nah, you ain't gonna put that on there. But anyway, I am Sam Hutchins. This is the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. We are the podcast of the people. And again, as I told people, I'm broadcasting live here from the Oconee Civic Center at the Democratic Voting Fair. and I wanted you to come on. And I saw that you met my lovely wife.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you're running for Georgia State Superintendent of Schools.
Yes, sir.
She said, my focus is simple: strength and literacy, provide real support to schools, expand exposure for every student.
Absolutely.
Okay, explain that platform to me,
because
I want to get to know you.
Let me explain who I am.
As they said, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Let's go ahead and let you cook. Go ahead.
My dad named me Anton, but let me get to you. I'm Dr. Anthony now.
Doctor.
So
Go ahead,
listen, I'm the only candidate running as a school superintendent. So I'm actually a school superintendent of Hancock County Schools.
Okay.
And so I'm an educator. So I started as a reading teacher in Burke County.
Right.
And so reading teacher in Burke County, I got promoted as an assistant principal in Muskogee County. From Muskogee County, that's Columbus, Georgia. From Muskogee to Thompson, McDuffie.
I went to college at Albany State.
You went to Albany?
All about
Oh, Lord, you went to Albany?
I went to Albany.
Well,
running gun and ram, baby.
Undergrad in Fort Valley. So I'm sorry that you went to Albany. You chose the wrong.
Albany said my condolences to you as well. So, but go ahead.
I know about Albany, but I served as principal as well in Americus, Georgia, Sumter County. So that's pretty close to Albany. Yeah. So from Sumter County, I was a principal in Richmond County.
Right.
And then from Richmond County, I was a human resource manager in DeKalb County. And from there, superintendent at Hancock. So I've been all over the state of Georgia, serving kids my entire career. So in order to run for a state office, you have to understand what it looks like in rural Georgia, urban, suburban, all over the state of Georgia. So that's who I am. That's just the core who I am as a person. Now let's talk about this platform.
Before we get there, you sure you just 40? You've done a lot for just 40. You've done a lot for somebody who's been just 40, but
I don't understand it. Like sometimes your career doesn't make, but God is He's ordered my steps. So I'm a pastor as well.
There you go.
So in Waynesboro, Burke County. But so he's ordered my steps, and some things didn't make sense, but a lot of things doesn't make sense. When God is in it, you just have to follow the path.
One thing I learned about God, as long as you trust him, you don't have to worry about understanding.
Hey, come on now. Come on now.
As long as you trust him, you ain't worry. The more you trust him, the least you have to understand.
Absolutely. So now I'm just walking by faith.
Amen. Amen.
So he told me,
I like you already.
That's it.
I like you already.
God gave me this.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell people I'm not running because of position. I'm actually taking a pay cut when it relates to salary. I'm running because he called me to do this 5 years ago. Had it just like I'm talking to you.
Right.
God spoke to me, said, I will give you the entire state of education if you worship me and serve me. So I had to submit.
Amen.
So
amen.
That's it.
Amen.
That's why I'm running.
And I read when you talked about literacy.
Absolutely.
And shout out to a friend of mine. I don't know if he's got an organization called Leap for Literacy. His name is Stan Tucker. He was actually on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Oh wow!
With it, he's from Statham, Georgia, and he started a program called Leap for Literacy. And that thing is awesome. So that resonates with me when I saw that about literacy. People don't understand the importance of reading.
Absolutely.
And it's either something you like to do or you don't like to do, but you still need to understand the importance.
Absolutely. I hated reading as a child.
Did you really?
Yeah, I couldn't read that. That's the reason why I'm fighting so hard, because you have to really have that person and you build that relationship with that person to challenge you, to make you want to read.
Yeah.
And the thing about not just reading, with anything in life, in order to get good at something, you got to do it over and over and over again.
Right. So I think somebody said one time that to be good at something, you have to have something like 10,000 reputations at doing it. To be excellent, you have to go another. So forth. I honestly believe that.
Yeah,
that's true. But reading is so important. I caught the bug early. I was like 12, and I remember the first book I read. It was called "I Am Third."
Oh wow!
The autobiography of Gail Sayers, the football player. He said, "God first, others second, I am third." That's where that came from.
Oh man! Wow.
And it changed my life.
Wow.
And it gave me such a perspective about people. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we're starting to lack here. Humans have lost their humanity, and then that's a scary place to be. I don't understand why we can't.
I gotta say something, because you're cooking right now. So we have politicized education, and we make it seem like it's just about a policy or amount of money. It's about relationships. Every kid needs that person to feel that relationship with them, and then they will exceed and excel. But it's not about money is nice.
Yeah,
we need that. But it's about human interaction and relationship.
It always will always come in there. I remember my third grade teacher. Her name is Miss Fleeman. Yes, and she told me about reading. She said, when you read, your imagination, you can go anywhere you want, and you can travel. And that's when I started reading. That's when I started reading about other countries. I started reading about other states and stuff like that. And she even would take it even further. We don't have those kind of teachers anymore.
Oh, man.
She would have us write to another state. And get
Like
information. Exactly. And get information on what they're known for, and we would get the letter and correspondence back that way. Education, but it's just like you get the nail on the head. You said that personal relationship, and we are losing that. And we need people like you, sir, Dr. Anton.
So I as I serve as a superintendent, I also drive buses.
Okay.
I drive buses because I want to see what my bus drivers are going through. It's about human interaction and understanding the struggle. You can't have a sense of empathy with someone if you don't understand them.
That's the difference.
Sympathy, you can, but
that's what I tell people. There's a big difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is standing on the sidelines saying, "Man, I feel so bad." But empathy, you in the trenches with them. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. And let me show you how I got it. Listen. And a lot of times we don't have the answer, Dr. Anton. But what we do is it can be found in a conversation. Let's have a conversation. There's an answer for that. Finding that if we're both trying to find the same thing, a solution, it can be found in the because I think I don't have all the answers. But let's have a conversation. Maybe in that conversation we can come up with an answer. And the human part of it, I was talking with Mr. Garland. It seemed like the politicians that run now, and I'm not going to blanket everybody. Say they don't care about people. Right. But you run to serve the people, not to be served.
Serve. Matthew 23:11. The greatest among you shall be a servant. You're a serving of people. That's why I lead the way that I lead.
Absolutely. And I don't understand how it is that people can. And let me ask you, this is my opinion. And again, I was having this conversation with my wife. Mm-hmm. People actually think that Americans are the only ones going to heaven.
Oh Lord, where did that come from? I've never heard that.
That's crazy.
You never heard that?
But because that makes it easier to dehumanize another group of people. Goodness, you see what I'm saying?
Horrible.
But you say that's why it's okay to build a wall. That's why it's okay to get them out of this country.
Yeah.
But because you dehumanize them.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? By thinking, and you say, I'm going to heaven. You can't go to heaven because what it says in the Bible is what you do to the least of them.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
What you do to the least of them.
Absolutely.
And I was telling my brother, he's a pastor. And I was telling him, he said, I had never thought about that, big brother.
Yeah.
Because I'm the oldest. But I was telling him, I'm having conversations with people. There's actually people who think that only Americans are going to heaven, and that's sad.
Wow. I think those are people as well. If you've never traveled outside the country and seen like the humanity of people, it'll change your heart. Like if you go, I went to Egypt and Jerusalem, and just seeing people, it does something to you on the inside.
Really?
You know that I'm connected to you some kind of way. Anything that I can do.
Absolutely.
We're not separate. You know, everybody has a different struggle, but yet it's still, I never want my brothers, and not just you as a particular color. I'm any white, black.
You about like me. I'm not with that color.
Yeah, it's like
I'm never gonna say that all white people. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all white people bad or all black people bad.
I just know that I have to serve, and that's what God has me here serving. So, anyway.
Wow. Yeah. And so, where are your residency?
So I'm actually serving as superintendent Hancock, and I live there.
You live in Hancock?
I was born and raised in Burke County, Waynesboro. That's the CSRA, Richmond County, right up under Richmond County. I was born and raised there. And then I've been all over the state. As I told you, my jobs, I went wherever I got a principalship. I went there, stayed in DeKalb for a little bit as a human resource manager, but I've seen everything across the state. But I do know there are struggles that we're not addressing, the humanistic side of things.
Absolutely. Let me ask you, when you're not saving the world, what do you do in your leisure time? What do you do in leisure time?
I'm a dad. That's probably the most important job that and I'm a new dad. I actually have 5 kids. My wife is actually pregnant now with our baby girl. We have 4 boys and 1 girl. She's pregnant now, and I can't wait to see my princess.
4 boys and 1 girl.
Oh, I can't wait. But that's what I'm a dad. That's the most important job that I have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a father myself of 4.
Okay. How many? What's boys? What's the boy girls?
2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, okay. Split. Okay.
Yeah.
Split.
2
Who's
boys,
the oldest boy or girl?
The oldest is a girl.
Oldest a girl. Oh, okay. She probably ran the boys in.
What? I wouldn't say right, but again, I got one of my oldest son is deceased.
Okay.
So he was autistic. I've got a nonprofit for him. Started a nonprofit for him in 2015 called the Hope for Xavier Foundation.
Gotcha.
So autism awareness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he passed away from. He had a seizure condition as well, and he was out, with his mom, and he fell and broke his neck.
Jesus.
He's a big kid. He was a big kid. I know he's 32 years old, but he's a big man. He was 6'4", 347 pounds, but it's just a gentle giant. But that was my heart. So that has been God. You take it, man. If it wasn't a belief in in God, my faith in God, I don't know how I would have made it, because that was my guy.
Yes, sir.
And I read a book about it. It's called He Never Complains.
Wow.
Sam and Xavier, his father and son's journey with autism. His son. The essence is shameless plug. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.com. I meant to bring a copy of it. It's on Amazon.com if you want to get. But I wanted it because
That's a touching
the job that you're doing. Family is important.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying, and it helps.
Yes, sir.
Give you credibility.
Absolutely.
And when you told me you drove the bus, you're in it from the ground up.
Absolutely.
You were definitely in it from the ground up. Now, did you feel that was necessary to do that, or what made you thought that was important to do that?
So now I do it out of a necessity, out of the need, because in a rural county, it's hard to hire because we can't pay the same as a metro Atlanta.
Right.
And so when we have a bunch of call outs, it's either two choices have to be made. Either your kid's not going to get to school on time, or you can jump on the bus. So I'm going to jump on the bus to make sure that my kids get everything, so they can make sure they eat breakfast, so they can make sure that they're at school on time and they're getting good instruction. So I'm all in with
that is incredible. You sure you don't want to run for president? We have a vacancy.
The crazy part. Somebody said that. But
again, we need somebody that cares about the people and the will and the need of the people over lining their pockets.
You're not there for yourself. You're there for the people.
But haven't they forgotten that? They forgotten that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's refreshing to have a conversation with Mr. Garland, who just left, and you.
Absolutely.
Because we need that movement where people get back to serving the people as opposed to serving themselves. Because if we're trying to go to heaven, people, let me explain to you, you're going to get there by serving, not being served. You got to be served. You ain't being served. You're not going to say it. Not by,
yes, sir.
Well, and I don't care who you are. There is no experience on earth that can compare to the experience going to happen in heaven. I don't care how big your house is. I don't care how nice your car is. It ain't nothing can compare. So this saying about I got heaven right here on earth, no, you ain't. No, you ain't.
No, you ain't.
And if you try to request say that. Trying to relate that heaven is like something you got here on earth.
Nothing compared. You
did come to my church.
Yeah.
This Great Breakthrough Christian Ministry. Shout out to Sylvania Watkins.
Where is it?
It's in Statham, Georgia. And you're invited. You're invited. We got a church anniversary coming up in June, and I'm getting your contact information. I want to stay in contact with you.
Yes,
because I want you to come on and be a guest on the It's a Wrap with Reggie Sam podcast, because I'm enjoying this conversation, not just from a political standpoint. I think I've met another tremendous human being today.
Absolutely.
And
that made me tingle. Holy Spirit was like, come on, Holy Spirit. It's a good relationship. She just called me. Come here. That was the God. Really? That was the God in it.
All right. All right. Thank you. See, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's my good thing over there. And you a sports fan?
Yeah, I am. Just basketball. Though.
Just basketball?
Yeah, just basketball.
Who's your team?
Come on. I mean, me and LeBron like this. So Lakers right now.
Well, I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay. I know purple in the that's why.
You picked on that. You see what I'm talking about? Man, we definitely got to stay excited. We definitely got to tell you this.
I know you saw the game last night, then. I thought we was going to lose for a second, though. The last 30 seconds.
Should have lost. Cause I'm looking at this thing. We are there
Was
by
off.
6
Yeah.
with 30 seconds ago. All they gotta do is get the throw the ball in and get fired and start shooting fine. You see what I'm saying?
I was
That's an experience.
man.
But I hope we go ahead and close them on out.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying we can't beat OKC. I mean, hey,
We can give them a little run, but we're gonna need our horses back. We're gonna have to.
I was just out in LA a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, my daughter got me courtside seats when they played Houston, and I got to watch them warm up and all this stuff. Luka, I love Luka. God, he is so different. He makes it so fun. Like they have so much fun. I mean, the way he kidded around with the ball boys and the fans that were around him, they let us come in and do the shoot around and all that good stuff. Yeah,
man, that's a lifetime.
Man, he just enjoys playing the game. That's one thing that's missing. He's not an athlete. But he knows basketball.
Right.
Oh, real. And who's the greatest basketball player of all time?
Oh man,
You're 40. I'm 64.
You're not gonna have it.
I'm 64. Yes, we are.
So that is a perspective. That is a human perspective.
It's generational.
It's generation. So you in your era, it's gonna be maybe Will Mike or something like that.
It ain't Will. It ain't Mike.
Oh, Magic.
Who Magic?
I'm curious.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
Kareem
Now,
Abdul-Jabbar.
in my era, come on, it's LeBron.
Oh, well, if you're going to era,
He's my greatest of all time. LeBron for me. Then
and like I tell people, I don't think anybody's crazy for saying that. But people are, you stupid. No, you're not stupid. That's a great opinion. But like I say, for me, when you ask me about Kareem, I'm gonna tell you, high school lost 2 games, college lost 2 games.
Okay, well, would you say that was him for the 2 games or the team? Oops,
him.
It was him.
Because let me tell you something. When he got to, I knew you went. Because when he got to be a freshman in college, the team had won the NCAA championship the year before. UCLA did. Mm-hmm. Freshmen couldn't play, so he had to sit out. So his freshmen weren't allowed to play for varsity.
Okay.
Guess who beat that team by 20 points every day in practice?
Oh wow! By himself. My God, it was him.
It was him. They outlawed the dunk because of him.
Wow. Yeah.
So you no longer.
That's a great era. Yeah, that's amazing right there. See, I didn't know that.
But it happened because I asked somebody one time before because they hadn't heard of Kareem. Kareem, they heard his name, but they saw him at the end of his career.
Yeah.
When 89, I think is when they say so. I told myself, you need to go back and YouTube Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Guy came back the next day. Unc, I'm sorry. Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
He said, oh my God.
Yeah.
That man was. I mean, he's a big man. He can shoot free throws. He can.
Oh, snap. What time is? What hour they see is?
It is now 3:20.
Oh, so I'm good too.
You good?
4 o'clock.
Okay.
That's where we have to go on stage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I got to get in there. So I'm going to have to wrap this up and get in there and come in and check you out in there. Of course, I'll do a live video in there too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate this right here.
This has been a great conversation. And like I said, personally, for me, I like what you're doing, and you got my vote.
Absolutely. For instance, so it's two other candidates in there, and I always say I don't bash anybody, but this work you have to be an educator.
They are going to have to be super. I mean, they're going to have the answer the world peace before I. And that's the only way that's the only way they can sway my vote. That's the only way they can sway my vote right now.
They're not going
because.
Yeah, you got to be genuine.
It's an ingredient.
Absolutely.
That has to make a cake. You got to have all the ingredients. Absolutely. To make a great state superintendent. I think you got all the ingredients, sir. Yes, and again, thank you so much for coming by. God bless you. And make sure my wife gets you my information. Get you my information. Get my information. Thank you so much. And anybody you want to shout out before you go?
Man, no, I just want to thank God.
Amen.
Life, health, and strength. So that's the only person that I know. If I seek ye first the kingdom of God, He adds everything. So it's shout out to God.
We ain't telling we ain't just witness, we evidence.
We evidence. Come on.
All right, sir. Again, this is Sam Hutchins broadcasting from the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. Just had my guest, Dr. Anton Anthony. What a superhuman being, and not only a superhuman being, I think he's going to be a great candidate. I mean, he's going to be a great Georgia State super school attendant. Again, he's just got my vote. But again, thank you guys for shouting for riding with us. And they got an event that's going to be going on the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here, but I will go Facebook Live on the inside. So you guys can see who was going on. I'll interact with you in the live chat in there as well. But this has been a great event. Thanks to Shelby Alexander for inviting me and the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. Thank you guys so much. And this has just been super and awesome. I've wanted to get an interview with John Clark. That still may happen, but for right now, we're going to end it right here and go ahead and go in and let everybody know